All right, so we're looking at the P7500 Progressa Bed by Hill Rom, and we're going to go through a video. I've got my two co-workers. I got Haley and Dylan with me, and if you call in our center, you'll be talking to them. Do you want to say hi?
Yeah.
This is Haley. This is Dylan.
Hello.
And these are more Progressa beds. The Progressa bed, I guess the first thing we'll do is start off. It's one of the beds that sits fully into a chair, like fully into a chair. And we're going to talk about what's different between the Progressa bed and the VersaCare. We've got a VersaCare bed here. And so this is kind of a good video for the general public, and it's really a good video to train the folks in here, so we kind of, we all know kind of what the bed does. Now, the thing about this bed that makes it special is that it's a pulmonary bed, and pulmonary basically means the lungs. So basically it has a feature which is called percussion, and that is why we've got the bed in this position. So sorry to keep going back in and out, but in order to get to that feature, basically what we're going to do is we're going to come here and we're going to hit that little lung button. Actually, first thing we're going to do is open up the board, boom, hit lungs. Now this bed does two things that are unique. It has percussion and vibration, which is P and V, which we're going to get to. It also does rotation, and basically rotation means that it'll turn the person all night long. So when we're testing the bed, we've got it at 15 minutes. We can move the turn to 30, and instead of a 60-degree turn, we can make it a, say a 70-degree turn. And so you can determine how often you want the person turned. And you can see this touchscreen interface is very, very easy to use. Go to yes. But this is when we're testing it. We're going to go into shorter times just to go through the testing phase. But when you get it home, the person, every hour getting turned is probably going to be more ideal. And we'll put that at 70. So basically all you got to do is hit start. We're going to hit start. And you're going to hear the mattress kick on, and it's going to start thumping. It takes a minute or two for you can see it's inflating the chest area. Hey, Dylan, can you grab one of those footboards, and we'll put that on there, and they'll be able to see. Oh, no, I'm doing the rotation. What am I talking about? Well, we'll put the belt. It's turning to left right now. So you can see this side of the mattress is inflating. Let's put it on there. They'll actually see the footboard turning. I'm doing the rotation. I'm talking percussion. So let's twist it this way here. So you can see what's happening is it's turning the head and footboard. And basically that's how the turning feature works. One side of the mattress inflates, the other side deflates, and it'll hold here. Now it's at about a 70-degree angle. Now the footboard obviously is not going to be the ideal thing because it's going into the rail here, but you can see that it's basically turning it back and forth. And so the rotation feature is great because at night, if you need to turn somebody, you can just basically turn this thing on and it'll run all night long. And so, whenever you're ready to stop, it's very easy to stop. But, a lot of times if people are immobile, if they can't, turn themselves, the mattress doing it takes a lot of pressure off the caregiver. And again, you can see how much of an angle that this is turned at. Now, if there's a person in bed, obviously they're going to be turned around. So we have the term in a hospital is called lateral rotation. The term for the normal person is going to be just patient turning. And yes, I'm sure I want to stop that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, and now I'm going to go to the percussion feature. And what it's going to do is it's going to stable out. So you can see it's going to flatten back out now that we've turned that feature off. And you can hear the mattress system kicking in. And it's flattening everything back out. So that's one thing about this bed that's phenomenal. It goes fully into a chair. You can get in and out of the bed. And now what we're going to do is, and with the percussion feature, percussion vibration, you have percussion, you have vibration, and that can also be adjusted. So I can go low, medium, and high. We'll go to high setting for the video, make it a little more dramatic, and then the duration for 5 minutes, but it'll go until you basically stop it. And now you'll see here it's going to start thumping the footboard. And this is what makes this bed really unique. Like, there's really not any beds out there aside from the Total Care, which is the older version of this bed, that will thump the upper respiratory system just like a respiratory therapist would in a hospital. So basically for asthma, pneumonia, bronchitis, COPD, this is going to be a feature that you're not going to find. This is very popular with patients with ALS and COPD and different types of ailments. But this bed is unique in the sense that it's the only bed that'll do this. And so there is a Total Care bed that does it. That bed is over 10 years old. It's called a Sport 2 P1900 Total Care. And I don't even like to sell the bed anymore because it's so old. When they made the Progressa bed, it's 100% electric. The Total Care Sport bed was hydraulic, and that thing it breaks down all the time. I really just don't have anything good to say about it, other than in its day, it was a great bed. You want to put somebody in a chair, you just hold this button down. You want to flatten them out, you flatten them out holding this button down. You can shrink the feet in and out. So when you get this bed, when we first ship it in, we're going to shrink the foot section all the way down, so it's as easy to get in the house as possible. And for all those people there, when somebody slides down to the foot of the bed, you have a boost feature that'll help basically get them out. So that is a really great feature. This is a one-of-a-kind bed. It is the best bed made in the United States, used in hospitals in the United States. And you can see here that it has a lot of different features. Now, we talked earlier about turn assist, and turn assist is different than the rotation, the lateral rotation, because when you hit turn assist, I'm not going to do it right now, but when you hit that button, it basically just turns the person over for about 15-20 minutes so that the nurse can bathe them, switch out their linens, and then turn them the other way. But it's not going to go back and forth all night long. It's not going to give you all these additional features. You have other different things here. Seat deflate, which you do if you go into a chair position. Max inflate is what you hit when you're trying to get somebody off the bed and you're using a Hoyer lift and you're trying to get I can't think of the name, but the piece of material under the bed. Now, sometimes they use a transfer board, and sometimes they'll use like a saddle, and they'll put that in and strap them on, and then they'll hook up they'll hook the Hoyer lift up to get them out of bed. But it's easier to get them in and off the bed when the bed's on max inflate. So that's another set of features that you might end up using. And then, of course, what did we talk about earlier? We talk about basically what is an ICU bed. And the technical term for an ICU bed in the United States is a bed that has a scale, which we just have here, which if you need to, you can use the scale. And it has a air mattress. So scale and air mattress basically designates what is a ICU bed. And you have another set of controls here, just a few other features. Now, you also have this feature here, which is the head up feature. I'm going to go ahead and raise this up. And you can see here what it's doing is it's telling me what degree of angle the person's at. Now, 30 degrees is a big angle. 30 degrees basically is the degree that they want the person in if they have any cardiac related issues. So if there's anything going on with the heart, they want the heart 30 degrees above the rest of the body for circulation and everything else. And so if you're dealing with somebody that has cardiac or heart related issues, that's very easy to see here with this. Another set of controls here for the caregiver, and you have a CPR release. It's actually right down here. So if you want to kick that down, that'll drop this back down. Another question that we get asked is the backup battery. The backup battery will basically use any features that are here, head and foot up and down, bed up and down. So if you are to lose power, you'll maintain those features. The battery control and the battery function is back here. You can see this has a full battery. If you're ever getting this bed and you're not using it, keep it plugged in. And that's about it. Do you guys have any questions on this bed?
No, I do not.
No.
think so.
Okay. And just one last thing. The bed also has a set of controls on the inside of the rail for the caregiver. And the Progressa bed does have a remote control or a pendant. That is an optional feature. So if the person in bed needs a pendant or needs a remote, you can let us know. Sometimes they come with the bed, sometimes they don't. These particular beds did not include a pendant, but if that is something that you might need for the person in bed, and the pendant's a good pendant, you can control, you can put yourself in a chair, Trendelenburg. I'll just go into Trendelenburg. Feet above the head, if there's swelling in the feet and you're trying to recirculate it, gout, different things, you want to be in this position. If you have cardiac related issues, Trendelenburg in the other position. So that's an overview of the Hill Rom P7500 Progressa bed. The Progressa bed, once again, being a pulmonary bed made by Hill Rom, is the best bed made in the United States, bar none. If you're looking for the highest level of patient care, this is going to be it. And once again, it goes fully into a chair position. So if you have somebody that, makes it easier to get out of bed, you just stand right here, take their hand, lift them up, and they're good to go. So if you have questions, give us a call. Richmond, Virginia, 804-495-0770, and San Diego, California, 858-263-4894. Give us a call for more information. Visit our website, www.hospitalbeds.com, and also www.hospitalbedshop.com. Subscribe and share, and we'll see you on the next video.